Well, a great night of action here from Mohegan Sun, and earlier tonight we had a matchup between Eugene Jackson and Keith Raquel. And as the Militich camp celebrates, we celebrate some of the great action with our fans watching around the world tonight here on pay-per-view. Eugene Jackson, Keith Raquel, earlier tonight from the Mohegan Sun in Uncasville, Connecticut. Our first matchup of the night, middleweight bout between the Wolf, Eugene Jackson, and the newcomer to the UFC, Keith Raquel. Raquel with a strong Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background.
My name is Eugene Jackson. They call me the Wolf. I'm 35 years old. I live in East Palo Alto, California. I'm fighting out of Gladiators Training Academy. My greatest strength in the octagon are my hands and knocking people out. I'm all business. Put up.
Hi, my name is Keith Raquel. My nickname is Rock. I'm 34 years old, fighting out of Massachusetts Submission Academy. I am a black belt in judo, and I am undefeated in mixed martial arts competition. It's a dream come true to fight in the UFC.
Up next, Eugene Jackson versus Keith Raquel.
He is a submission fighter making his UFC debut. Standing 6 feet at 184 pounds. Fighting out of the Massachusetts Submission Academy in Lancaster, Massachusetts. Please welcome Keith Raquel.
Keith Raquel, his first time in the octagon. He has incredible conditioning, a very well-rounded fighter, and he likes to study his opponent. I've watched Keith since the birth of his career, and he feels he is more than ready.
Freestyle fighter with a mixed martial arts record of 10-4. Standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Redwood City, California. Please welcome the Wolf, Eugene Jackson.
Eugene the Wolf Jackson. He's got great hands. He's got a lot of power in that upper body. Physically very strong. Sure he'll look to keep this fight on his feet.
So it's Eugene Jackson against Keith Raquel, and Raquel will have a bipartisan crowd on his side, the Massachusetts native. Check out the tail of the tape for this middleweight matchup. Jackson, the 35-year-old, he's only 5'8", but he packs big-time power into his 185-pound frame. The newcomer, Keith Raquel, with that Thai judo background, steps into the biggest venue in the land. He has well earned his shot on the big stage. Our referee for this matchup is Larry Landless. 3 5-minute rounds, and we are set for the first matchup of our night here at the Mohegan Sun.
Are you ready? Are you ready? It's rock and roll.
Here we go. Landless says let's rock and roll. They touch in respect. And Jackson, he has lost his last 3 fights, all 3 times being submitted, but
you know, it's do or die time as Raquel charges right in and locks him up against the fence.
Raquel's doing a nice job of controlling double underhooks here and keeping him against the fence. There's the takedown.
You don't mind that chest against chest, Randy?
No, it's a good position.
Why is it so of a strong and positive position?
As long as you're inside the guy's arms like that, you smother him. It makes it real hard for him to hit you.
Jackson trying to work from below, half guard. Raquel in Jackson's. Now with the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background, we know that Raquel can use some submissions.
Yeah, he's been in hook and shoot many times. He's finished all but one opponent, all by submissions. You see him pressing down with that shoulder on the side of the head, looking to pass that guard and get his right leg through.
You can tell he's studied this game. He's trying to steer him to the fence and use the fence to his advantage here. Jackson's doing a good job using his feet to stay off that fence.
And there's the mount.
Got the full mount now. Now you've seen him in 6 hook and shoot fights, all in which he's been victorious. Jeff, is he more apt to try to throw submission?
I think he's going to go for a submission. He's got the dominant position here, but you never know. He has been training. There's a nice shot. Shoving the chest forward. There hits that arm triangle. He's working for it.
Starting to isolate that right arm of Eugene. Oh, there we go.
Just missed on the combination there. Jackson getting out of the way. But on a full mount position early here is Keith Raquel.
He is known for that arm triangle. Put away several opponents with that.
It's a big opportunity for this hook and shoot champion. Normally fights at around in to fight at 185 against the Wolf Eugene Jackson. 2-3 after exploding and literally exploding with the knockouts over Yamamiya and Royce Alger. Things have been a bit more tough here in the recent bouts that Eugene Jackson has fought. He's found himself in this position more often.
Yeah, the competition in this weight division, which started off not having very many fighters, now you have them crawling out of the woodwork to get in here in the UFC. And Raquel is no different, and Jackson always dangerous.
Jackson did win the first Boss Rutan Invitational, 4 bouts by submission, but tough to submit from this point, especially against a guy as experienced with a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background as Keith Raquel.
Keith's doing a good job of keeping his hooks in there, vining his legs in to keep that position. Oh, Eugene's giving his back. He's in trouble.
Now the choke is on. Can he land it? Can he dig it? Can Jackson get out of the way? He's got the legs working too, Jeff.
Yeah, he's got both hooks in, trying to extend his body. This makes it unable for Jackson to move. Jackson, oh, he's got it cinched. Jackson's chin tell from this vantage point.
Well, Jackson was just trying to press the action and reverse out of the dominant mount position that Raquel had, and now he finds himself, Randy, in a worse scenario, doesn't he?
This is a tough spot to get out of. You really got to fight the hands and look for a way to turn that one hip down and face your opponent and end up in his guard.
Jackson looked calmly towards his corner there, though.
You see Jackson, he's trying to hook around Raquel's ankle. Raquel doing the wise thing, not crossing his feet. Therefore, Jackson can't get that ankle lock.
There, he's past one leg now. He should be able to get out from here.
Half guard. So Jackson getting impatient, trying to make something happen after being in the full mount, and almost got himself submitted.
He needs to really work hard here and pull full guard, or he's going to get mounted again.
Eugene told me before his last matchup, the loss to Ricardo Almeida by triangle choke back at UFC 33, that he had been training a lot in submissions, not so much to win by a submission, but to counter the fact that he would not lose by a submission.
When you've got good hands, that's an advantage. If you can keep a guy from hurting you on the ground and keep the fight on its feet, then it's to your advantage to use those strong hands.
Now, Jackson may weather this first storm, 3 5-minute rounds in this middleweight matchup from Mohegan Sun, as the UFC has come to New England.
Does it appear that Raquel has those first-time jitters like we've seen a lot of the fighters come into UFC?
10 seconds, 10 seconds!
Latinless in control as the referee letting them know the final 10 seconds of round 1. A round that on the judges card will clearly go to the newcomer Keith Raquel.
Beautiful. Just take a swing of that walk.
Randy, Raquel was able to do what he wanted to do there in round number 1.
He showed an amazing amount of composure for a guy the first time in the octagon. He did a great job.
Tim Lachik partnering with Eugene Jackson. How does Eugene try to keep it on his feet? We'll try to hear what Tim has to say.
Okay, you waited for him to close the gap on you. Get this water, please. Okay. In your feet.
Now the mount was the dominant position early.
Yeah, you see him sneak this right leg through here. Look, Eugene trying to push off the fence, but it kind of backfires on him, and Raquel able to get the leg right through.
And then the reversal.
And now Eugene's actually trying to sweep and hope to get out. And what he ends up doing is giving Keith his back and both hooks in. And it's a tough spot to be in.
Second round set to go. Jackson wants to go toe-to-toe.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's rock and roll.
And showed some discipline there, avoiding the submission. They size each other up. The kick, and there's a combination by Jackson.
There's the guns firing.
Yep. There was a counter after that kick, though, by Keith Raquel. Oh, just missed with the big left hand.
That's a good tactic, countering a kick with a couple of punches. You make him pay for stepping in there to kick you.
Nice job of Raquel. Reverses it mid-transition there as Jackson tried to get the takedown. Now Jackson has his guard, so this could be a little interesting here to see what Jackson has learned on the ground. He's made no bones about it. He's been training in jiu-jitsu.
He considers himself a freestyle fighter, but he has been well-versed in many of the disciplines.
He's come over the head now. He's got his head in trouble there for a guillotine choke.
One of the keys is to play your game, not theirs, but so far he's not able to do it. You see he's trying to lock one in on the choke. Eugene Jackson trying to work the head of Keith Raquel.
Using some of that upper body strength. He's squeezing it pretty good.
There it is, it's over! It is over! Jackson was able to choke out Keith Raquel and win by submission. You said you wanted to see how he worked from the closed guard, and he worked it nearly to perfection.
Let's face this way, guys.
Great job done by Eugene Jackson, losing his last 3 fights and coming back and earning the submission victory here in round number 2. Take a look at the end of the fight and how Jackson was able to finish it.
Raquel was caught in this guillotine. He gave a thumbs up when the referee was asking if he was okay, and then there's the tap. Couldn't take too much of that.
He had the leverage, Randy.
He sure did. He caught his chin. He got it right in against his throat. He used that upper body strength in his hips and really applied the choke.
I think we found out how much Eugene Jackson has learned about the game of submissions. For the official word, let's go inside the octagon. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner in round 2 at 3 minutes and 46 seconds. Winner due to a tap out from a choke, the Wolf, Eugene Jackson.
What to me may be more impressive than the submission victory itself is how he was able to avoid the choke in round number 1.
Yeah, he was.
So congratulations goes to Eugene Jackson. He is back to his winning ways. Other matchups here this evening before we officially came on the air from Mohegan Sun included a weight change for Gil Castillo. You saw Castillo fight Dave Menne tonight. We saw him fight Chris Brennan in a welterweight battle. We wondered how Castillo would be at this lighter weight, and I can tell you, he took some feet, but he was quick. He was decisive, he was very confident, and he was able to finish Chris Brennan in a very decisive fashion. Gil Castillo looks like a true factor in the welterweight category. Also the light heavyweight, Babalu, a Pedro Hizzo stablemate, and Kevin Randleman. Randleman was also looking to return, as was Jackson, to his winning ways. This was vintage Kevin Randleman in the early part of the fight. Babalu comes out of the Huas camp. Randleman, we know his great background with Mark Coleman in the Hammer House. He did get hammered on occasion by Babalu. He did avoid some submission attempts, but in the end, Kevin Randleman did receive a unanimous decision, and Randleman reigns supreme. He wants a collision course to Tito Ortiz. The Octagon has traveled east to New England, as tonight, the Mohegan Sun in Uncasville, Connecticut, hosts the most intense event in sports today. To the Ultimate Fighting Championship. This is UFC Throwdown. We are rocking the house tonight in the Mohegan Sun Arena. Hi again, everybody. I'm Mike Goldberg, and welcome to the first of our great matchups in the year 2002. And for the start of 2002, we have two belts on the line. The lightweight matchup, the highly anticipated showdown between Little Evil Jens Pulver and his opponent tonight, the prodigy BJ Penn. And in the middleweights, Dave Menne brings his warrior spirit into the octagon again. My partner is always Jeff Osborne. Man, do we like to watch Dave Menne fight.
The Warrior, and he deserves that name. A great 25-minute fight against Gil Castillo established Menne as the UFC champion, but he has a tough test tonight. Murilo Bustamante moves down a weight division and faces Menne at his natural weight.
I remember Jens Pulver was sitting by us in the broadcast position when BJ Penn emerged on the scene, and Pulver told us all that night, he may be bad, but he's not evil.
Well, there's a rumor going around that BJ stands for Beat Jens, but as the old saying goes, to be the man, you have to beat the man. And right now, Jens Pulver is the man. BJ Penn, the prodigy, comes in with well-deserved hype, as he is arguably, well, not arguably anymore, the best #1 contender to that championship.
You and I have talked before that the winner in this fight tonight will be the fans.
Exactly. The fans, everyone in this arena sold out. I'm excited. I feel like I'm a winner going to see that match.
Yeah, we are going to get a great seat. So is our heavyweight champion going to have a great seat for all of us tonight. Randy the Natural Couture, welcome to television.
Thanks, Mike.
Nice to be on this side of the fence.
Yeah, it is.
A little more relaxing. You're smiling already.
Sweating for a whole new reason.
You've got that right. All right, let's talk about a nice heavyweight matchup we have with a guy you've trained with, Jeff Munson, as he gets set tonight to fight in the heavyweight category. He's got a strong opponent.
He does. Rico Rodriguez comes in. He's worked on his fitness level. He's lost a lot of weight. He's worked on his striking, and he's looking to continue to steamroll his opponents. He had a great showing against Pete Williams in the last show.
He certainly did. Light heavyweight picture is dominated, of course, by Tito Ortiz, but not far back. It's his old buddy Chuck Liddell.
Now Chuck the Iceman comes out tonight, and they brought in a guy from Siberia, I think. Let's see how he deals with that cold. But this Russian cat that Chuck is throwing down with is very good. He's very explosive. He's got great takedowns, good hands, good feet, and Chuck looks to be in the best shape I've ever seen him in.
Well, Amar Suloev is one of two Russian fighters who will debut in the UFC here tonight, and believe me, they are dynamic, as is this card, as are our fans who are with us tonight in Connecticut, as the UFC gates are once again open. Ways to win here at the UFC. 3 judges score the bout. The championship bouts are 5 5-minute rounds. Each matchup is on a 10-point must system, with the round winner getting 10 points based on effective striking, grappling, aggressiveness, and octagon control. As you take a look at the tail of the tape, Andrei Semenov, the Russian fighting out of St. Petersburg, is 25 years old. Pardon me, 24. His opponent, Almeida, is 25. The rest is a wash. What we will find out is if the Russian can be explosive in his UFC debut. He definitely is not inexperienced with a mixed martial arts record of 20-2. Mason White is our referee.
Ready? All right, let's do this thing. Come on.
All right, here we go. Middleweights to start it off here tonight. UFC 35. Welcome to Connecticut.
I am pumped up to see the
There's
right.
that low kick, that low round kick that Almeida likes to throw.
Almeida trying to work on the Russian. These Russians' background is very, very disciplined, including military background. And
Come from the-
Semenov is tough.
The Russians come from the Russian sports complex. A lot of their athletes go through the military. They get regular pay, but all they do is train. They are identified very early when they're 12, 13 years old, sent to special schools. They spend time in the military, and man, they are great athletes, especially in the combative sports.
Now, you've wrestled against a few in your life.
You sure have.
Nice leg kick, Almeida.
Almeida trying to go high there. Almeida's got good athleticism.
And this Russian kid is unpredictable. I've seen some matches on tape, and I'm telling you, on the ground, standing up, it does not matter. He is wanting to take it to Almeida. But if you put Almeida on his back, watch out.
The Russian kid's built more like a gymnast than a fighter.
He is. He looks like he could be in Cirque du Soleil in Las Vegas, the way he's built.
Good counters to the takedown here. Nice sprawl. He's covering the head with his hips, trying to extend Almeida and not let him finish that single leg. Almeida steps up. Nice job by Almeida.
Chanchin and Pride and Zinoviev has been a UFC man. Oleg Tektarov, well documented what he was able to do in the UFC. And now Semenov, one of the two Russians who will try to continue in the winning tradition here tonight.
He's a different breed of Russian fighter these days.
Yeah.
He has fought guys much heavier. So this is new to him, possibly fighting a guy in his own weight division.
As you mentioned, Randy, these fighters, Semenov and Suloev, who we will see later tonight, are developed on par with the soldiers that are really trained to protect their nation.
They come from a great sports background and one that many countries try to emulate, their sports complex and the way they develop their athletes and their coaches.
Hard to take down by Almeida there to gain control. Ricardo Almeida tried to use the knees a bit.
Look for that hip throw there. These guys have extensive. Oh,
nice job by Semenov with the overhook there. Oh, right into the triangle there.
There it is. Able to get out. Watch out for the upward kick.
Standing and kick up. There it is.
You can kick up when you're standing. You just cannot kick a downed opponent. So Semenov came to a knee to avoid the fact that he could be kicked again.
He's still on his feet here. He can still be kicked from that. Now the knee's down.
Look, there you see.
Back up.
Now he can be kicked.
Looking for armbar.
Trying to get the leverage on it.
Boom.
And there's one that landed. Almeida, teammate of Matt the Terror Serra.
See Almeida continuously, always looking for that submission. This is his game on his back.
He's even been doing some special training at a speed and strength school in New Jersey. His entire training regimen to keep him strong and quick at 185 is well documented. He's trying to transition from different submission attempts here in round one against Andrei Semenov.
Semenov's doing a good job of countering those submissions, but this is a lot more aggressive Almeida from the bottom position than the other fights I've seen him in.
Very proficient striker, very experienced, very complete is Andrei Semenov. Almeida is 1-1 in the UFC.
And he says stand it up.
Yep.
He'll go anywhere.
Absolutely. His one loss was by the disqualification, kicking a downed opponent.
That's right.
Matt Lindland, Randy's teammate.
Again, the nice low kick.
Almeida even in defeat that night. He looked pretty good against Matt, though.
That was a good fight, a real good fight. I was disappointed to see it end that way.
Semenov trying to push the action a bit with his strikes. Judo, sambo, and kickboxing. Oh, just missed with the right. And now leaned in with the left.
Ooh, nice knee by Almeida.
That one caught Semenoff.
Caught him ducking his head there.
The one thing I've noticed about Semenoff, on the ground, he doesn't appear to have a lot of solid punching power. And now back up to the feet again, Almeida.
Nice counter by Semenoff to counter that single leg as Almeida drove up.
There's that throw.
Almeida's got a bloody mouth. Now, I didn't see the shot that did it, but he's definitely got a split lip.
There's the judo throw. That'll leave an impression at the end of round 1. And Almeida is bloodied up. Might be bloodied up over the right eye, too, as he tried the high kick at the buzzer. And Semenoff smiles. Good finish to round number 1.
A lot of action, a lot of real good action in that round.
Fazendo um lutaço. Sentiu como é que ele é fraco no chão, não sentiu? Tu pode jogar por baixo. He's legal. He came down and weighed Semenoff. It's not in his original weight. Tu deu uma porrada, cai fora, bicho.
The early takedown in round 1.
E ó, vai pegar esse filho da puta.
Here's the takedown by Almeida. Nice whizzer counter by Semenoff. And there's the sweep. Look at him, he trapped that leg to keep from rolling all the way over. That was a nice job. Rolled right into that triangle and armbar attempt. There's the hip toss, threw him down to the mat. Nice Greco technique.
Almeida wanted it on the ground. Semenoff said, no, I think I'll stay up here.
Where's his mouthpiece?
Randy's
Stand right over here.
one of his 5 favorite words, Greco.
All right, you ready?
Surprised you haven't named pets and
Okay,
children
let's go,
Greco. Or maybe
Tempting.
you have quietly. It is tempting, isn't it? It's been good to you. Second round underway. Semenoff and Almeida.
Pays for that low kick with the right hand there.
Couple of those kicks connected. You can see on the inside of the right leg of Semenoff. And he delivers a good combination after the kick of Almeida that time. Oh my!
Jump to the guard.
He went for a flying armbar, flying triangle.
Semenoff, I like the look in the eyes of Andrei Semenoff. He does not seem dazed by this large stage. And that's the one thing, these Russians are experienced in mixed martial arts.
If he had jitters at the beginning, they're gone now because he's definitely trying to bring the fight to Almeida at this point.
Until you truly step in with someone, Randy, and see what kind of game they have, you're not really that sure how much damage they can do, are you?
You never really know. You try to prepare the best you can and look at their tendencies and their strengths, but you never really know until you get in there.
Maybe a look of comfort in the eyes of Andrei Semenoff. Almeida trying to stay busy. Oh, nice big combination, right, left. And he ate one on the way, though. Semenoff trying to clamp down with the forearm.
He's got to be careful. Don't extend those arms against Almeida. Going for the armbar. Look out.
Uh-oh. Exactly what you talked about, Jeff. Got a little bit haphazard there.
Now the leg, right to the leg. Knee bar there, attempt. He's got to get his foot. Wait on that foot, get the pressure on his hind end and pull that leg out. Now he's going for the heel hook. I think he's cleared it. He's cleared it. Nice job.
And back up they come. Outstanding action here.
The crowd started to boo once it hit the ground, and now, just as quickly as it did, they turned their attitude towards this game.
Now Almeida has taken some punishment.
Nice. Man, he's done.
Almeida, it is over. It is over. Andrei Semenoff has been stopped. Delivers the right hand and reigns victorious.
That was a nice punch.
Almeida popped up immediately and thought about it for a second, then said, hey, I'm all right. But unfortunately, he wasn't watching the fight.
Back and forth, a lot of good transitions, a lot of good exchanges. That was a great, great fight.
.201 of the second round. And the explosiveness of Andrei Semenoff ends Almeida's night. Great debut by the young Russian. Man, I just like the look in his eyes.
Yeah, very confident. Very confident. After that initial 2-3 minutes of the first round where he spent it on with Almeida on top of him, he figured out where he wanted to be, and he got there on his feet.
How'd he set this one up, Jeff?
Check this out. He fakes a jab.
Boom. That's the one that got him the second one.
Big right on the jaw. And you see Almeida think about it for a second, and then here, check this out from a better angle. Rocks him, goes down, his arms are limp. Wise stoppage, perfectly called for.
Now, still, the most important thing is our fighters' safeties, and our referees know that. Let's get the official word from the veteran voice of the Octagon. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner by knockout at 2 minutes, 1 second of the second round. For the winner from St. Petersburg, Russia, Andrei Semenov. Let's have a big hand for Ricardo Almeida.
Nicely done by Andrei Semenov. Semenov showing the respect in class towards Ricardo Almeida. And the Red Devil Sports Club reigns victorious in their UFC first entrance. Here is Ryan Bennett. We welcome him in. Ryan.
All right, guys, thanks a lot. He came here unknown. Everybody knows his name now. Andre, big win for you. We'll have your translator come in. It was almost like he had to battle two things, the Octagon the first time in it, as well as Almeida. How did he overcome both those tonight?
Okay, I tried to translate, but I can give some answers for him right away. The Octagon was not the first fight he fought in, because in Petersburg there is an Octagon. And the second, please.
Hey, who does he want to fight now? Andre, who's out there at 185 that he wants to fight?
Andre. Next.
Я очень рад, что я здесь нахожусь. Для меня это большое событие попасть на UFC.
Okay. Has no. It doesn't matter who he's going to fight with, because he thinks the best has to come for him yet. So that was his answer.
We see the replay. Very impressive. Congratulations, Andre. Big win tonight in the Octagon.
Well, Ryan, thank you very much. I think that obviously Semenov has been in an Octagon before, but this is the real Octagon, and that was a really strong show.
Another in a long, long list of victories, and this kid's still young. He's got an unbelievable amount of fights for somebody that young, and he's very successful.
Now the baby face, Andrei Semenov, victorious in his UFC debut, knocking out Ricardo Almeida.
And I think this one has the potential to be a showstopper. Liddell, man, he's got a six-pack on. We've never seen that out of Chuck. Excellent striker, 2 big knockout victories out of his last 3 fights. Great takedown defense, and also he has trained in submissions.
During the weigh-ins yesterday, light heavyweight champion Tito Ortiz said about Liddell, "Holy abdominals, Batman," because it is truly a different-bodied Chuck Liddell. His opponent, Amar Suloev, is 7 years younger and much shorter, giving up 5 inches. We'll see if that is a reach advantage for Chuck Liddell. Both have strong kickboxing backgrounds. This might just come to who lands first or who lands last. Larry Landless, our referee.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's rock and roll.
All right, here we go. Chuck Liddell quickly gets the kick away.
And that's kind of what Chuck was missing against Murilo, but now he's not afraid to fire those leg kicks.
Because I think Chuck has that Murilo Bustamante fight on his mind, he doesn't want to come out and try to do too much early and take unnecessary chances, does he?
No.
Oh, good counter. Man, this might just stay right where it is.
Going low again.
Now high. So don't go anywhere, fan.
You got to watch the right high kick in the right hand for Amar Suloev. He's got a really good right hand.
As does Liddell, Randy.
Yeah, I think Liddell kind of took the Murilo fight a little bit lightly. He was coming off 2 big knockout victories on a career high. And maybe, now the Russian goes to the midsection.
Liddell trying to force him towards the fence. Neither. Looks like they're unhappy to just kind of set up and try to throw here.
Nice punch by Liddell.
Chuck Liddell, and that stuns Samar Suloev. The knees buckled. Liddell really trying to press the action here. Looking impressive. Suloev looking dazed. Liddell again. Oh, that right connected.
Comes back with a right of his own.
Yeah, he looked a little dizzy momentarily. It looks like he's bounced back fine now.
Suloev goes high.
Starting to see the damage on that thigh from those low kicks Chuck's throwing.
I don't think either one of these guys want to go to the ground, to be perfectly honest.
Well, that's fine.
To the fans' delight.
No disrespect, champ. And you've got two kickboxers.
Those kicks are going to take effect. You see a little bit of redness.
Oh, yeah.
That's about the 4th or 5th one he's landed. 3 or 4 more of those. And Amar's going to have second thoughts about standing, possibly.
Someone who knows about kicks to the leg is Randy Couture.
For sure. As a kickboxer, you'd think he'd be trying to shield those or check those a little bit, not take him in the muscle there.
Amar with a nice left.
How do you block those? Because you want to take, oh, nice spin, but he doesn't connect. You want to take the pressure off a bit, but you certainly can't lean over because then you leave your top half exposed to the hands.
You've got to put about 60% of the weight on your back leg and try and get 40% on the front leg and bring that leg up and angle it out. And take that kick on directly on the shin bone rather than on that muscle.
It would seem like that would hurt more, but that's not the case, huh?
It does hurt more, but it sure don't hurt as bad as getting it in the thigh.
Gotcha. Pick your poison. I remember early in my association with the UFC, when you were bursting on the scene, Randy, we talked about Maurice Smith and his kicks, and someone used the analogy it's like a baseball bat coming at about 50 miles an hour into your thigh.
I would agree with that. It certainly felt that way to me.
Yeah. How was Pedro, about 65 miles an hour?
I don't know. He was definitely swinging a Louisville slugger.
But Suloev, he's tried to throw some bombs himself. The pace is slowing. Both are going to look for that one shot now. Suloev, he throws a leg kick at Liddell.
Suloev, the kickboxer, yet he wrestles 2 hours a day in his training. Only 5'9", as the long reach of Liddell is well documented at 6'2", and a lean 6'2" here.
Suloev's got to bait him into throwing those punches so that he can slip those and come inside with the counter punch.
Right eye's goosed up on Chuck Liddell. Got caught with a left underneath the little blood. There's another one. The amazing thing about these athletes, and Randy, you know all too well, is not only do they kick the leg, they seem to be able to find that same spot every single time.
You train to do that.
Oh, just missing. And goes high with the left.
You train to do that and repeat that technique over and over and hit the same spot, that medial nerve that runs down the outside of your thigh. And it really hurts.
Suloev likes that straightforward kick.
Nice one by Amar. He went high with that. Glanced off the arm of Liddell. And another leg kick. And not having a leg to stand on comes to mind. You can't take too many of those, as we said. As this fight goes on, that leg is going to hurt more and more.
I noticed he dropped his hand, his left hand that time when Chuck kicked him too, and that's something Chuck will look to capitalize on.
That's what we talked about earlier. You've got to take it with the weight on your back foot, Randy, not leaning over, not glancing or setting up for it, because we've seen Liddell set up the right hand finish with the kick or a high kick.
That's exactly what he just did. He faked the low kick, come with the high axe kick to the neck, and it'll take you right out.
Good first round. Liddell really forced the action. This looks like the Chuck Liddell who finished off Kevin Randleman, Jeff Munson, and Paul Jones rather quickly.
Give me that, give me that, give me that. You won that round. Just breathe. On the inside. You won that round. Very good. Very good. Just a tiny one. Very tiny. You won that round, Chuck.
This was all about punches in round number 1.
Yeah, the two definitely want to stand. There you see Liddell, that beautiful right hand connects and stuns him.
Here's Suloev, I think, coming back with one of his own. No, Liddell taking it there. There's a right.
That might be the one that got his eye. Boom.
Spun his head on that one.
Very aggressive, both fighters here, as Landless sends Suloev back to its corner to start the time of round number 2. Scheduled 3 5-minute rounds if needed.
Move back.
Title fights are 5 5-minute rounds.
Let's rock and roll.
We rock and roll here at the Mohegan Sun in Uncasville, Connecticut. Mike Goldberg, Jeff Osborne, our champion Randy the Natural Couture with us tonight. Ryan Bennett.
Chuck back to landing those low kicks. He's using his reach really well. He set that low kick up, faked the jab, and came with that low kick.
Suloev steps in and keeps those punches tight. He's got good form.
Chuck looking for that opening, trying to fake his way inside. That's where he's gonna have his success. Suloev doesn't have that reach as Liddell presses on the leg kick.
You say TV doesn't inspire the fighter? How about at 12 years old, Chuck Liddell? Kung Fu Theater was his favorite show.
That brings back some memories.
little switch to the inside of the thigh there by Chuck.
Nice right. Look at Liddell.
Oh, look at Suloev. Trying to bait Liddell now. Suloev's confidence looking good. Countering well. Oh my!
Nice over the top there with the forearm by Chuck.
How good is this here, second round? Suloev's confidence starting to grow.
The thing that Suloev has.
Oh!
Nice high kick. The thing that he has that the other Russian fighter did not is he has great head movement. He's able to move out of the way quickly from a lot of those punches from Liddell. He's taunting Liddell, saying, come get me.
Well, certainly Suloev is less diversified than Semenov, and his roots are in the stand-up game, thus the stand-up defense as well as the stand-up offense. Liddell and Suloev. Second fight of the night here at Mohegan Sun. Nice to be in the East tonight.
Chuck's doing a good job not buying into that taunting and stepping in there where he's vulnerable to be hit back.
The Russians trying to go 2-0. 3 minutes left in round number 2.
And you can see the deep bruising taking effect on the left leg of Suloev.
He still seems to have the bounce on the leg, though. Is that a good sign, champ?
Well, yeah, I don't think it's going to set in until really after the fight. He's probably fortunate this isn't a five-round fight.
Right.
But I don't think it'll really set in until he stops moving and stops after the fight. That's when it's going to stiffen up and he'll know he's been kicked.
Oh, there's a left that glances off at Chuck Liddell.
This is back and forth.
Liddell steps in, tried to buckle him. When Liddell steps in, he's got those long arms at 6'2" that give him a great advantage. Suloev seems to have him sized up, though, here in round 2. A bit better than he did in round 1.
Now Liddell working the inside of the leg. Going high, deflected.
Suloev keeps stepping right in, though.
It's like a seesaw game here. One presses it forward, Liddell moves forward, and now Suloev moving forward.
Oh, Liddell just missed with the uppercut there. Tried to go high with a kick. Hands are up again defensively for Suloev. Suloev, a multiple champion in both Holland and Russia. And the fights that these two members of the Red Devil Sports Club have dominated. Well regarded, well respected. And used to fighting bigger guys, weight-wise, and certainly height-wise too at 5'9".
I'm sure Suloev would like to go to the ground and try his luck there, but Chuck is a very underrated wrestler. He's got great wrestling skills. Wrestled at Cal Poly, got his degree there. You know, I think as an accountant.
Yep.
Very smart guy, but chooses to make his living fighting.
With honors, in fact, in accounting.
And Suloev says, bring it on. And he's got a little smirk on his face.
Chuck has never been submitted.
He was submitted by Jeremy Horn.
Yep, good point. Yep.
His only loss in the UFC.
The choke back at UFC 19, thank you.
Another deep leg kick. See a little bit of redness on the inside now. 30 seconds left in round number 2.
Got the inside again. But the shots up high have not been evident here in this round.
I think that distance, that length of Chuck is really frustrating Suloev. He has to get inside to land any shots, and he's having trouble getting in there.
10 seconds. 10 seconds left in round 2. There's a high kick again. Liddell trying to finish with a flurry. Oh, got him with a right. And a forward kick as the horn sounded. Liddell says no problem. Simultaneous with the horn. Oh my.
Look the legs. Watch out. Бой почувствовал. Роман, почувствовал бой в конце. Вот так, среднюю дистанцию занял. Слышишь меня?
Андрей!
Среднюю дистанцию занял.
Anдрей, Tower.
Ты понял?
He has to block.
A great combination and a good bit of taunting in round number 2.
There you see, as we said before, he's pressing the fight forward, and Suloev says, yeah, come on. Gives him a little smile. Liddell goes high towards the end of the round.
There's the front kick coming on the buzzer here.
Tried to cut through the legs there.
Bing.
You see Liddell get a little frustrated, said, okay, I understand, no problem.
Hold on.
This third round could be dynamic. Why should we expect any different than number 1 and number 2?
Are you ready?
Liddell trying to stay on his natural path
Got
to a lightweight title shot. Yep.
Chuck with a little mouse in the right eye.
That was the
Suloev
first
also
round,
got a
Randy.
couple marks on his face there.
You said the distance, the reach is frustrating Suloev. What can he do to counter?
He's got to force Chuck to try and come in and throw those combinations. If he can taunt him into it or frustrate him by moving away and force him to come in and throw combinations, then he can counter.
Chuck comes in and then moves back so nicely, though.
Look at that.
Exactly. He controls that distance perfectly.
And Suloev with a hard leg kick. And Liddell returning the favor on the inside leg.
Now, we said this one might not go to the ground, and so far so good. Oh, that jab got him.
Might be interesting if Suloev did change his game plan at this point. I'm not sure who is winning on the judges' cards.
Well, Chuck's not easy to take down. Not only a good wrestler is what was talked about by Randy, but he's got good takedown defense. Very tough to take down. Oh, that right. Suloev shakes it off.
Dropping the hands, though.
Yeah, definitely keeping those hands low. Chuck trying to set up that high kick, I think.
He's ended him by that before. Boom. Same spot. You see the toe marks in the back of the leg of Amar Suloev. He's trying to press it. He's trying to get within that distance.
A lot of times involving leg kicks, you don't want to sit down in between rounds.
Yeah.
Many Muay Thai fighters choose to stand up. And there you see it again.
Deep bruising there now. That's going to be a long ride back to Russia with that leg.
You got that right. And now Liddell, confidence booming, trying to close off the octagon, ducking under Suloev. Liddell looks fresh.
Don't drop the hands against Liddell. He is doing that. The taunting goes in, and they'll have a brief exchange, but he'll drop the hands. Suloev said he wants a piece of Tito Ortiz possibly down the road.
Well, someone's going to get a little bit closer to that here tonight at the Mohegan Sun. Man, Liddell really hit his training hard since the Bustamante fight.
Crowd starting to voice what they think is displeasure. Just as they did that the last round, it turned around quick. And they were cheering again. This is a game of reality here. Not everything is a glorious victory or a glorious fight. As the two trying to desperately seek that opening that can get him a knockout.
Randy, do you hear the reaction of the crowd when you're inside the octagon?
Not too much. It's like having seashells over your ears. You don't hear a whole lot. Usually you hear a voice that you're used to hearing. Your corner man, a lot of times you'll hear, but on the whole, unless they really go nuts, you don't hear much.
Liddell again, staying busy. Suloev trying to wrap around with the right, can't do so.
Showing great head movement, just like a boxer.
But he has to do something to score points here with 90 seconds remaining. Because Liddell has landed more, especially with the leg kicks. Oh my, there's another one.
And that one hurt, his leg buckled slightly.
He doesn't quite have that bounce on that front leg he had earlier.
Now you can see him stiffening that leg out to support weight on it now, instead of keeping the knee bent and flexing that thigh muscle.
Liddell trying to come over the top. Suloev taunting him still, but the taunts will not earn him points. 1 minute remains. And he needs points here. Amar Suloev. Chuck Liddell in the blue shorts.
Liddell playing a strategic game. He goes in for the tag, backs out. Suloev tried to get one in.
Seconds!
30 seconds now. Suloev's got to try to explode with something here. Liddell again over the top.
Suloev springing to life in the closing seconds. Deflecting Liddell's punches.
10 seconds!
It's too little too late. I don't think he's done enough.
I agree. High kick.
The axe kick attempt.
And the new Chuck Liddell, the new and improved Chuck Liddell, seemed to have that bounce in his step the entire 15 minutes.
This one's going to be a difficult one to call. I think those leg kicks are going to come into play. They're seeing the visual damage there. Suloev looking down at his leg. He knows that he's been kicked. Take a look at that, a rainbow of colors on the leg of the Russian.
You did everything you had to do, man. Perfect.
This sequence here pretty typical of what we saw throughout the 15-minute battle between Liddell and Suloev.
A teeter-totter event. You see Suloev glance one off. Liddell does the same thing, and they back right out away from each other.
So Chuck Liddell may move to 6-1 in his mixed martial arts career. As we wait for the judges to tally the scores, and we have a decision. Here we go. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' cars for a decision. Judge Mullen scores it 30-27. Judge Shear scores it 30-27. And Judge Molinak scores it 30-27. For the winner, by unanimous decision, the Iceman, Chuck Liddell.
Well, not a surprise that he earns the unanimous decision.
I think those leg kicks really came into play. Suloev not able to put it together here in the UFC as he has done in other events.
I think Chuck just controlled the whole fight. Controlled that distance, used his reach, and really frustrated Suloev throughout the fight.
Here's Ryan Bennett.
All right, guys, we are with the Iceman, Chuck Liddell. And Chuck, I tell you what, you hit him with a big bomb in that first round, but the guy wouldn't go down. You were in the best shape of your career you needed to be. Talking about this fight, how tough a chin does he have?
He can take a shot, man. I gave him quite a few. He's eating up those leg shots, too. So he's doing a great job.
He also stuck his tongue out a few times. Did that make you mad or anything?
He was trying to get me to come into his game. He's shorter than me, wanted me to stay right, get right inside him. But every time I came inside, he pivoted out and skirted out. So really left me chasing him the whole time. He just wanted to try to get one shot and then run.
Tito Ortiz is in the crowd. He is the current champion, fighting Vitor Belfort coming up. Are you the guy? Are you ready for a title shot? Would you fight Tito?
Yes, I'm ready for a title shot. Yes, they promised me after this, and I'm expecting it. I want that title.
All right, folks, you heard it here. We'll see if he gets the gold. Mike, back to you at ringside.
Well, thank you very much, Ryan. Indeed, he has done the work necessary to earn himself a title shot. tail of the tape for this middleweight title bout. Bustamante, 9-1-1 overall in mixed martial arts, is 35 years old. Menne is 27 and gives away a couple of inches in height, but no heart, as his is big and well tested. Before we get the official introductions, all of us here at the UFC would like to send out a special hello to the UFC's #1 fan, Steve Quinn, watching back in Las Vegas. Steve, Jens, Tito, BJ, they all say hello, and we look forward to seeing you back right by the octagon in March. A special UFC hello to our #1 fan, Steve Quinn. All right, let's get the official introduction for this middleweight title fight from the veteran voice of the octagon.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is 5 rounds for the UFC Middleweight Championship of the World. This fight is being sanctioned by the Mohegan Sun Tribal Athletic Unit with Mr. Jerry Boyle, Unit Chief. And now, introducing first, the fighter standing to my left. He is a 7-time Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu National Champion and a Jiu-Jitsu World Champion with a mixed martial arts record of 9-1-1. Standing 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 182 pounds, fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Murilo Bustamante. And his opponent, standing to my right, he is a freestyle fighter with a mixed martial arts record of 35-3-1. Standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 183 pounds, fighting out of Forest Lake, Minnesota. He is the UFC Middleweight Champion of the World. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dave the Warrior Menne. And our referee for this championship bout is Big John McCarthy.
So Big John McCarthy, our referee for this championship bout, and the judges assigned for this fight this evening at the Mohegan Sun, the middleweight title bout. Jeff Mullen, Tony Mullinax, and Douglas Crosby. We are set to go. Middleweight belt is on the line. Here's Big John.
All right, here we go. UFC Middleweight Championship of the World. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get it on!
Here we go! Menne and Bustamante. The belt will belong to the winner.
5 rounds if needed. All championship matches, 5 rounds.
And Bustamante cut down, of course, for this fight, is long and lean.
He actually came in a few pounds light.
Yeah.
Trying to shoot on Menne. Look at that.
Nice sweep.
And one word, self-described as tenacious. And a man who is rarely, if ever, surprised inside competition is Menne. So experienced. 35 wins in his mixed martial arts career.
Going drop for that single leg again. Dave doing a good job of controlling here with that underhook.
He loves those knees.
Good knees to the stomach. 2 of them.
He's keeping that right hand down across Bustamante's front to keep him from kneeing it back. Nice.
Bustamante brings it down.
Little lateral drop there by Bustamante. Nice takedown, Penn.
And here's where we haven't seen Menne not much in the UFC, is on his back. Menne is known for knee bars, ankle locks, and lower body submissions.
Let's go, let's do
However,
something.
he can bring him out of nowhere, too.
Pat Miletich, former champion, Jeremy Horn in the corner of Dave Menne. Trains a lot at home in Forest Lake, Minnesota. Also spent some time training in Iowa with the Miletich team, the Miletich Fighting Systems.
Dave did a good job there, created space, came over the top of the arm with the whizzer there and got back to his feet. I think that's where he wants to be.
The little wins, the incremental battles, that as our fans become more mainstream with this sport, start to understand.
Murilo's boxing last time.
That was good.
And there's a nice right to Menne.
Yep. He showed some strikes against the striker the last time, Jeff, as you alluded to.
Yeah, he said, oh, almost a mount. Don't, oh, look out the back. Both hooks.
Trying to get it in. Murilo Bustamante, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Eliminated one hook. Nice job by Dave. Eliminated the one hook and then turned the other way and took that position away from him.
7 times the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu national champion.
And Menne, this is a place you don't see him a too awful lot. Menne, I believe, has only been submitted a couple of times in his 2 losses, or 3 losses rather.
Hanging on to that half guard with all he's got right there. He does not want to be in the mount.
From Shudo to rings to Warriors War to Super Brawl to Extreme Challenge to hook and shoot. He's fought the best. He's defeated the majority of them. And Menne is in Murilo Bustamante's world right now. 3 minutes into the first of 5 scheduled 5-minute rounds.
Murilo said, I always had boxing, but I never really needed to use it. He used that against Liddell, but tonight it's a different game as he did something that already people thought he couldn't do, and that's put Menne on his back.
Come on, let's work.
Menne, very philosophical.
Get going, I'm gonna stand you up. Let's go.
Knows an incredible amount of history and philosophy. Look at
Tying to
Menne.
the leg lock there. No, he stepped out of it.
Girlfriend always says, why don't you read something from this century? He chooses to ignore her pleas. Menne trying to walk in, gets the left leg connected. Manne's cut on his left eye. Oh, that one got him a jab from Murilo Bustamante. And it's amazing when, obviously the man took off some weight, but it's amazing what a different body Bustamante has as he shoots in.
Double leg attempt. Dave does a good job of countering with that wizard. Dave's having trouble finding range to land any strikes against Bustamante. He's not finding a way to get in there and make contact with those combinations.
Both of his wins in the UFC have gone the distance. Unanimous decision over Fabiano Iha back at UFC 24. Back in March of 2000, and then at UFC 33 when he became the first UFC champion at 185 pounds.
Working the single. Bustamante back in on the slide, change from the double to the single. He's trying to pick him up and drop him.
Menne trying to turn some shots in it as he's working against it. Trying to avoid being taken down. Sends an advantage that time, and he got another.
Nice little forearm by Dave. He did a great job not getting taken down there. Used that wizard to keep his balance.
First round is over.
Nice first round. Just when you think Manne's in danger, he gets out, and that's why he is called the Warrior.
Yep, and that is the thing about Dave Menne. Things can not look extremely well for him, and then all of a sudden he can turn it.
Where's your shirt? Where's your shirt?
Milicic, highly regarded for his instructions in the corner.
Taking care of that little cut.
Yep.
Doesn't look like that'll be a factor. It looks like it's below the eye, I think.
And Bustamante in his corner. They work on it.
Oh, it is above the eye.
Yeah, he took a couple of shots. He took one kind of on the left side, Randy, and then that one that they were working. There's the one that I had noticed.
I need to watch this
No matter who Menne fights, he always seems to come out looking the same way every time.
There are some men who will walk through the hotel lobby that you know are in good condition, but you're not positive that they're fighters. With Dave Menne, you know exactly what he does for a living. And his ears give it away a little bit, but other than that, partner, you look pretty good.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get it on! Come on!
Menne, let them hit me till they get tired. Rough, unpolished, but yet so effective. And the champion right now.
I think Dave needs to pick at Bustamante with this kick. Both the inside kick and the outside kick. That'll help him close that distance and measure him.
Both have outstanding cornermen. Ricardo Laborio in the corner of Murilo. Unbelievable jiu-jitsu. Menne, of course, Matt Hughes, Pat Miletich, and Jeremy Horn in his corner.
Oh, did he catch him there? And they're trying to finish it. And it's over. And it's all over. Murilo Bustamante is the new middleweight champion.
This guy gets better and better.
He got him, and he finished it just like that.
I was just about to say that Dave was starting to find range, and he stepped right into a nice overhand punch.
Out of nowhere.
The belt will go to Brazil. How do you say victorious into Portuguesa? Oh my. Now we said before, he showed striking against the striker, and he wins with a big shot to Dave Menne, 43 seconds into the second round.
Take a look at the end of this one. And Murilo said he doesn't get to use those boxing skills because he's never needed to. Boom. Right
on the chin.
Hit right on the bullseye. You see Menne, he doesn't have it all there. And Murilo lands some shots to the side. And a great stoppage to a great match.
Oh! Murilo went in for the finish, and McCarthy said, it is over. Murilo Bustamante has won the championship.
Another look from above.
Oh. Nice overhand right. Definitely not intelligently defending himself in that position.
I would think that would be the definition of not doing so. Bustamante came down in weight. Didn't have a problem in doing so, and now he will have the belt. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a knockout at 43 seconds of the second round for the winner and new UFC middleweight champion of the world, Murilo Bustamante.
Murilo Bustamante overcome with emotion and joy right now as the belt is around his waist. Let's go over to Ryan with the former champion, Dave Menne.
Dave, I tell you what, you've been a great champion. And it was looking like it was a tough battle in the first round, but the second round, he just caught you with that right. Obviously, you probably weren't looking for a strike, were you?
I was, caught me thinking about something else, actually. I was thinking about what I was going to do next rather than watching the fight. And then when I was thinking about what I was going to do next, that's when he hit me.
How strong is he at 185? He came down in weight. How strong was he?
He was strong. I mean, most every guy you're going to fight is strong. I didn't find him overly, like, overwhelming by any means. He just caught me off guard and caught me and won the fight.
Dave, you've been a great champion. Thank you very much. Good class to show up and talk with me now. Let's bring in the champion, Murilo. Let's talk to you right now. Murilo, congratulations. How nice is it for you? You're known for your ground tactics, but how nice was it for you to get a knockout?
For me, it's not a surprise because I train hard all the time. For me, it's like a dream. I train every day for 3 months. And I respect a lot Dave Menne. He's a great champion, but
yeah, you had a tough decision in the last fight. Now you're the champion. How does it feel to have gold around your waist?
Yeah, that's the game. Chuck is a very tough guy. It's a great pleasure fight with him and with Dave. Thank you.
Congratulations. He's the new champion. Mike, back to you.
Now he's also overcome with emotion.
Sure is. Very emotional.
Worked for years to get here.
Yep. And in a split second, his dream comes true. And what a great shot there. You see McCarthy helping Menne in the background. And the raised arm of the new champion, Murilo Bustamante. So heavyweight matchup here tonight, Rico Rodriguez against Jeff Munson. Giving away 6 years of age is Munson, and a big reach advantage for Rico Rodriguez, who is 6'3", nearly 240 pounds. Munson is compact. We've seen how the long reach of Liddell was an advantage earlier tonight. Could that be the same in a strike matchup with Rodriguez? Good look at Jeff Munson, ready to take on Rico Rodriguez. Our referee is Larry Landless.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's rock and roll.
Here we go. Heavyweights. Randy Couture's favorite weight division.
This should be a knee.
Oh my, the knee almost got him. Munson closed the gap quickly.
He sure did. Nice double leg. Scary run right into that knee, but he followed through and finished the double leg.
Now, as you mentioned, Jeff has done a lot of training in your camp.
He's been coming down to Gresham, Oregon and training with us quite a bit this last year. Great guy, real nice guy, soft-spoken. Again, he's got a college degree in psychology from Illinois, was a great college wrestler. Rico, too, was a college wrestler, had some college wrestling background in California and junior college.
He got his master's, did Munson, University of Minnesota Duluth.
Look at Munson drop for that single, like lightning for the big guys.
Rico Rodriguez defeated Petey Williams by TKO at UFC 34 just a few months ago, back at the MGM Grand. In IRF stoppage, he was victorious over Andre Orlovsky. Munson comes in 1-1. His debut was a while back, but impressive in that over Tim Lachik. Eugene Jackson, Lachik's buddy, fighting partner, was on the card here tonight at Mohegan Sun.
I was getting ready to say, Rico is probably going to go for that high knee.
Yeah.
Munson's dropping the left arm, leaving it wide open for him.
He's hanging his head there a little bit. He's controlling Rico with that underhook, trapping him against the fence, but he is hanging his head on that side a little bit.
Let's go, let's go.
They're yelling for Rico to throw the high knee.
Keep those hands up, Munson.
Right in front of our vantage point. That one to the solar plex caught Munson. Big throwdown by Rico Rodriguez. Big time.
Jeff with the double overhooks there gives Rico hip position from the double underhook and take him down.
Come on in, Munson.
There he's giving him the arm bar. Look. Almost. Munson able to roll towards him and suck the arm out.
Rico has a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background and was very successful in the Submission Wrestling Championships in Abu Dhabi.
Both of these guys were world champions there at one point or another.
Rico working the double collar, trying to land the knees. Jeff countering. Underhook now.
So did some training with John Lewis. His camp in Las Vegas did Rodriguez, the Staten Island, New York native. Munson born in St. Paul, Minnesota.
We alluded to Rodriguez training with Don House, legendary boxing coach.
Yeah.
House, to many surprise, said that the Ultimate Fighter, nice takedown.
Again.
Nice lateral drop. Step to the outside on that overhook side. Jeff doesn't have an arm to post there to stop, and he goes right to the mat.
Good use of the forearm now by Rico Rodriguez.
Tito Ortiz.
Well, he's learned a lot from Tito, including the importance of conditioning.
Minute 45.
I think he brings a little Tito's attitude in here now. He's got a lot of confidence. He's had a couple of real nice wins. He's got a little of that rubbing off on him.
Rico said he expects Munson to gas after the first 2 rounds due to the weight that Munson has put on. Well, Randy, you've trained with him. It's a tough call for us.
No, I don't think Jeff's put on any weight. He fluctuates a little bit, but he's constantly around 230, which is where I think he's at right now.
Taking some forearm shots, working his legs back through for butterfly guard.
3 5-minute rounds scheduled for this one. Been a great night of action here at the Mohegan Sun.
Rico's got less than a minute to pour it on.
And the commitment that these fighters show. And if you're new to our sport, thank you for being with us tonight. Here on pay-per-view, stay with us. This card is magnificent, so is the one coming up in March. UFC just continuing to get bigger and better. And then the fight after that, Rumors are flying around, Josh Barnett, Randy Couture. Wouldn't that be a toe-to-toe battle? These heavyweights trying to move up the rankings and have a shot someday perhaps at what Randy Couture keeps at his home right now. That is the UFC heavyweight belt. Rodriguez very diversified in his skills.
Oh, look at
Trying to finish it off by submission.
Well, Jeff very strong. It'd be interesting to see if he can pull that in. I think the fence stopped him from laying all the way back for that arm.
The impressive first round for Rico Rodriguez, showing a wide variety of skills.
Good job with the takedowns. 2 different times he took Jeff down. Controlled him on top, landed some forearms. Rolled to 2 different armbar attempts. He did a great job in that first round. Jeff's going to have to step it up.
Sold out crowd here at the Mohegan Sun Arena. Brand new arena is buzzing here tonight.
No, we don't want school.
See some effective knees here from Rico from the clinch. Does a good job. What was that initial knee on the double leg?
But Munson gets him down, stays in his game.
And then later in the round, another good throwdown.
Nice one into side control, and he throws those forearm shots down there, makes him pay.
And the knees. So a good first 5 minutes for these two competitors, and the weight becomes lesser. For the fans in anticipation of the highlight matchup here tonight, BJ Penn and Jens Pulver are up next right now, second round for Rodriguez and Munson. And Landless will get set and get it started.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's rock and roll.
Here we go.
I'm impressed with Rico's composure and his fitness. His level of fitness is so much higher than when I first saw him as a fighter.
Well, he has, as I mentioned earlier, learned the importance of conditioning. And no one has learned that more than Tito Ortiz.
Look at Munson putting the head to the side. He got caught with another flying knee from Rodriguez in the opening seconds of the second round.
Obviously, they studied Jeff a little bit and know he wanted to probably come out and shoot a big double leg, and they're trying to make him pay for that, both the first and the second round.
Rodriguez taking it around. Now Munson's back to the fence.
What can Jeff try to do differently here in the second to gain some control, Randy?
He's got to be more aggressive. He's got to start controlling these positions instead of letting Rico control the positions and dictate the tempo of the fight. He's got to start using that underhook and get his head on the same side as that underhook so it frees up his hands and his knees. And then he can take him down from there if he wants.
Gotta admit, some of the aggressiveness from Tito Ortiz has rubbed off against Rodriguez. His last couple of fights, he has just came out like he has never came out before.
And when you look at who Rodriguez, at just 24 years old, has trained with in his career, trained in Tokyo with Sakuraba, was the only American member of the Takada Dojo team, worked out with Tito, Chuck Liddell, Scott Adams, John Lewis, worked with Mark Kerr, former champion, Jean-Jacques and the Machado brothers. And, you know, you want to talk about a guy now, Don House and Tito, of course. You want to talk about a guy who's perhaps taken the best of many of the greatest worlds. You're describing Rico Rodriguez.
This guy's trained with the best all the way around the game. Stand up, ground, wrestling, jiu-jitsu.
Jeff had a nice single leg attempt there and actually got Rico to the ground, but he's not staying down there. He's not going to play around down there. He worked his way right back to his feet, and now he's landing successful knees.
You know, give credit to Jeff Munson, because a few opponents stepped away from this fight against Rico Rodriguez, and Jeff Munson quickly stepped right up. And a fighter's fighter is the man who never says no to a matchup, and that's what Jeff has done here.
Big forearm shot from Rodriguez, and Munson going for the shot again.
Followed it with that right hand, too.
Trying to get to the back. There you see the guard of Munson coming into play.
Rodriguez in control here for the first 2.5 minutes of this round. Round number 2. As we move towards the lightweight championship. New middleweight champion in Murilo Bustamante. One of the Russians won, the other did not. And Liddell looks great.
Look at those forearm shots. Sausalese, Tito Ortiz yelling advice to Rodriguez. And Marcus Kona and Silveira in the corner of Jeff Munson.
Good short chopping forearms. Not a lot of wasted energy there.
Munson with a closed guard. Tito saying he has no gas left.
Rodriguez trying to stay in control here. 90 seconds left in round 2. Good forearm to the left side. Now trying to bring a big bomb down to Munson.
Jeff needs to maybe work for a leg lock here. He's standing up there. He could bring a leg inside and around and try for a leg lock there.
Close guard now.
Improve the position, Rico.
Landless telling him to keep her going. Keep busy. Rules have been changed where you can stand the fighters up during a round if there is inactivity in the ground game, although we haven't seen any of it tonight.
1 minute!
1 minute remains in the round.
Jeff can kick up here, and I don't know that he realized. There it is.
Nice pass. Beautiful.
Munson trying to answer, and the knee connects. That was not a foul, it was just the mouth guard.
The mouth guard actually came out when they were on the ground.
Yep.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Landless gets his mouth guard back. I think that was a break for Jeff Munson, that stoppage there.
Yeah, stop the momentum of Rodriguez. You see, he's wanting that flying knee again, and Munson, if he shoots, it's like running into a brick wall.
Jeff's got his hands low. I believe Jeff is a little tired here. He looks a little wobbly. He could be in real danger standing in front of Rico like this.
That was the question with carrying 230 pounds on a 5'9" frame. High kick gets him. Rodriguez with such good size, 6'3". Trying those combinations. Rodriguez staring down Munson as he walks towards the corner. And Rodriguez in full control through 10 minutes.
Listen.
Don't put that on his forehead. No, please.
Breathe it, breathe it, breathe it. I want you to breathe it. I want you to breathe it. You did it much better.
Look at Rico, he
what you did
chooses
the
not to
first one,
sit
but
down. I
listen
think
to
that's a smart thing.
You saw the K. You got to watch the K coming to you. You came inside of that. Don't worry about punching him when he's not inside of what. Because if you give him position.
Acrobatics in the second round.
Yeah, that's
the cartwheel.
An old jiu-jitsu move. There you see the forearms
Don't let him
on the ground. Got to be frustrating for Munson. Rodriguez keeping his weight forward. And here's that cartwheel guard pass. Beautifully executed, lands where he wanted to be. But Munson tried to get a single leg. And here's that knee. Boom.
And right there, the call by Landless to get the mouth guard back in place. Stop the momentum of Rodriguez, but still, he has won both of the first 2 rounds. Penn and Pulver still ahead.
Last round, last round. This
Final
is it,
round
guys.
here of this
Are you
heavyweight
ready?
matchup.
Are you ready?
And then we get set for the big one.
Come on.
Oh, tried to fake with the knee and delivered the right. Combination that drives right into Jeff Munson. Trying to finish this puppy off is Rico Rodriguez.
Another takedown, step to the outside, body lock.
He's going to work for those forearms again.
As many forearms and knees as he's taken to the face, it's surprising he doesn't have any bumps or mouses there.
Team punishment and the Militich fighting systems on collision courses, man, when you talk about teams that are starting to build momentum. The Raw team, of course, formerly now Team Quest that Randy's a part of, with he and Matt Lindland having great success. Randy has a belt. Nice enough to be with us tonight.
There was a good right from Rodriguez. Rocked Munson a little bit. Munson trying to tie his arms up. Neither really working to. Oh, nice right.
Body, head. There you go. It's a nice combination.
Check out that guard pass.
Made it look easy, didn't he?
Rico, he can move like the lightweight sometimes.
He set it up with the body head, didn't he, Randy?
He sure did. Distracted him just enough to get past that guard. And I know how hard it is to get past that guard. Jeff is very strong. He's got a good guard.
Yep. A knee to the solar plex area. And there's a shot there. Rodriguez seems in very good mental control of this fight, taking his time, picking his shots.
Jeff seems to be done. He seems to be out of energy.
And up they get. This could be dangerous for Jeff Munson.
Let's see if he can get something going here, get some strikes going, get back into this in this third round.
Leg kick by Rodriguez.
Oh, he got it. Good prediction there. The champion said he might get him with the right. And now Rico being a bit suave.
At one time, Rodriguez was 300 pounds.
Oh my. That's big.
He's a big guy.
But he is looking good now, leaned up.
His only loss was in his first fight of his mixed martial arts career to another big boy in Bobby Hoffman. Since then, he's rolled off 7 straight in mixed martial arts, 2 of them inside the world-famous octagon. UFC 35 Throwdown.
He's got Jeff's head trapped there. Let it go there. He had it trapped there for a minute.
Tried to hit him again with that knee.
Jeff trying to front kick and then out an overhand right. Oh, jumped right into that knee. I think Jeff's okay there. Larry right on him, looking at him, make sure he's okay, but I think he's fine.
Covering up. Rico trying to finish it, and he does! Rico Rodriguez has finished the fight! Rodriguez rolls on! He's talking about something that you presently own there, Randy.
Hard fucking work. Hard work, buddy.
Yeah, I'll give him a shot at the title.
Hard fucking work right there.
I don't think Munson's hurt at all. They were right about the gas tank, I think.
Yeah. And again, the importance of conditioning. And as we said earlier, Tito is the perfect example of improved conditioning. And he prides himself on being as well conditioned as anybody in the mixed martial arts game now. That goes all the way back to when Frank Shamrock had him going. Tito was successful. Tito gassed, Frank won. And since that point, Tito's conditioning excellent, and Rico has followed suit, and it ends up being a major factor in this matchup. Into the fight.
Woo!
Along to Rico Rodriguez.
Munson tried the last-ditch effort, runs into that brick wall, as I said, the right knee of Rico. And he throws those distraction shots, as I like to call it. Keeps his head down, showing he's out of energy. Not really hurt, but in the best interest of Munson, Rodriguez is declared the victor.
Now, he was going to win unless something big happened. And Munson got that one right in that you talked about when he stepped back up, and that's what you had alluded to, Randy, but then Rico stayed strong.
He did. He came right back from that shot, and it really wasn't a factor. Rico continued to march on and control the fight. And you can see here Jeff still protecting himself, but he's really in a position where he's not going to be able to do anything.
So the winner is Rico Suave Rodriguez. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner at 3 minutes of round 3 for the winner by TKO, Rico Suave Rodriguez.
Yes, sir. Jeff, much of honor. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Rico is up with our own Ryan Bennett.
All right, so Rico, you and I talked earlier this week. You said you wanted to win in impressive fashion. You got family from New York here, so you got the hometown fans. How important was this to win in impressive fashion for you?
This was totally important. But first of all, I'm going to thank my sponsors, Spanky's, Team Punishment, Solon. I want to thank all my record companies, everybody. I just want to say, and also want to dedicate this fight to a really friend who passed away, Lucia and Steve Judson. Just thank you very much, and thanks my mom and dad and God, of course.
Rico, you've really come on the scene. You shot up the heavyweight ranks now. Randy Couture's the ringside. You want to say anything to the champ?
Randy, you're the classiest man I've ever met. You remind me of one of the old professional boxers like Rocky Marziano. You're the classiest man. But the new and improved Rico Suave's in the house, and I'm going to take some business.
All right, let's bring in Tito Ortiz. Tito, you got to be so impressed. You took him under your wing. You got to be so impressed with what Rico's done.
Well, when Rico came with me, he was tough as hell. All I need is just to work hard. I mean, what we do in Team Punishment is we try to punish ourselves. pretty much to the death until we get in the ring. And when we come in here, we're not as scared of anybody. We got Don House and Sal and Colin and Yom and all those guys working with us. We've got the best training team in the world right now. And all these guys, we come in here, work hard, and push ourselves to the limits. All those guys that want to come in and challenge Team Punishment, bring it on, because we're going to keep taking them out. Rico Rodriguez is his time right now.
Rico's the winner. Team Punishment also winning tonight. Mike, back to your ringside.
Well, thank you very much. I think the first thing we need to get is a response from the natural Randy Couture.
Well, I appreciate Rico's comments, and I would savor a chance to compete with him. I think he's a great competitor. He's really come a long way since I first saw him, and he's definitely on the path.
Tail of the tape for the championship fight. B.J. Penn and Jens Pulver. 27 years old, out of the Milicic camp. B.J. Penn trains with Frank Shamrock. He's 2 inches taller. And watch out for the left hand of Jens Pulver. The jiu-jitsu specialist wouldn't mind taking it to the ground. And Pulver wants to explode and finish this one quickly. Man, there's a buzz in this building. There's the champion, Pulver. The challenger, Penn. And the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this championship bout is 5 rounds for the UFC Lightweight Championship of the World. This bout is sanctioned by the Mohegan Sun Tribal Athletic Unit with Mr. Jerry Boyle, Unit Chief. This fight is brought to you by the Gordon Bierce Brewing Company. Beer like it ought to be. And now, it's time to begin the main event of the evening. Introducing first, the challenger, standing to my left. He is a jiu-jitsu expert with a UFC record of 3 wins and no losses, with all of his wins by way of knockout. Standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 153 pounds, fighting out of Hilo, Hawaii. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Prodigy, B.J. Penn. And now, introducing the fighter standing to my right. He is a Milicic Fighting Systems team member with a mixed martial arts record of 22-1. Standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 152 pounds, fighting out of Davenport, Iowa. He is the UFC Lightweight Champion of the World. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Little Evil, Jens Pulver.
He is in the best condition of his life. 4% body fat on Jens Pulver, making his 6th UFC appearance, his 2nd defense. The judges for this championship fight tonight: Tony Mullinex, Jeff Mullen, and Douglas Crosby. The referee, the best in the business, Big John McCarthy.
Right, UFC Lightweight Championship of the World. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get on!
Twice in his career, Pulver has ended a fight with a left hook in under 30 seconds. And Penn is also explosive.
Don't blink, guys.
You got that right. Sit still. Don't even look away for a second. Penn shoots for the legs. Pulver's got a wrestling background.
Nice job stopping that first takedown. Kind of let him set him on his butt for that second one, but he's got good control here with this underhook.
He's kind of got a cervical lock on him. Will force pressure, force your chin down to your chest.
You want to talk about a fluid athlete, B.J. Penn, with a wide base inside the open guard. Got the feet hooked around, and now closes it, does Pulver. Pulver 5-0-1, Penn 3-0. BJ's advantage is on the ground, where he is a bit unorthodox.
And in the spotlight for the first time, in a position where the heavyweights usually are, the little guys in the main event here at UFC.
4 KOs for the counter puncher, Jens Pulver. And some dynamic finishes. The 3 fights for BJ Penn. You know, the great thing about this fight is I think we're seeing the best version of each guy.
Yeah, both of them have done nothing but focus on this one night for the last several months. Look at this, Pulver standing up.
Oh, guillotine. He's got him in a guillotine there.
Trying to work the neck.
Trying to settle in. Jens has got to fight hands there and work his head out.
Such a little like Carlos Newton and Matt Hughes.
I was surprised BJ stood up from the guard there and allowed Jens to get up.
And Jens slams him down. Which looks a little bit like Matt Hughes.
That will throw your game
Control
off.
inside on the bicep.
Need a chiropractor.
Control inside. Head on the sternum.
Right.
Don't let him get off
I
the
think it's been
side.
realigned. Perhaps some of the permanently.
Watch him climbing with his legs. Really flexible here.
Don't let him try to.
If I was Pulver, I'd keep him totally solidified up against the fence.
Don't reach.
And not let him get any space at all to use his hip.
Inside. Control the biceps.
Right in front of the corner. Miletich and Horn.
Nice over the top.
Hughes is there. Shamrock's on the far side.
Doing
In
good,
the
buddy.
corner of the prodigy, BJ
Stay
Penn.
head in the center. Keep the pressure
The
on.
one big question mark
Control his hips.
raised was, can BJ go 5 rounds? We've seen him, sometimes his ring entrance takes longer than his actual fights.
And his ring entrance takes about 6.2 seconds. His last fight lasted 11, though.
Interesting note about that last fight. BJ got rid of Uno in seconds. It took Pulver 5 rounds to gain a victory.
Same with Dean Thomas, someone who has defeated Jens Pulver in mixed martial arts, but was stopped by punches in the first round by BJ Penn.
Pushed up against the cage.
Pulver tried to create distance.
Sat up and tried to land some punches there. BJ crawled right back up his back with those legs.
This, yes, ankles, no. It's Jens' motto in life. Both his mixed martial arts losses by the ankle lock.
Stand it up right there. Stop it right there.
Stand it up. Advantage on Pulver there.
Or so we think.
Yes, that's a great point, Jeff. Great point. One would think this is where Jens wants it. Let's say that. Oh, he goes high with a kick.
BJ's kind of ducking his head as he gets close.
One left can end it. And there's a combination by BJ Penn. Pulver confident in his chin, but so is Penn.
Jens is definitely pressing the fight here.
Oh, a knee.
BJ.
Oh, and that one connected.
Trying to pull him back down. Look at the hips come out for that.
Is there a point at which a jiu-jitsu specialist knows they have it so they can pull that man down with him?
Oh, yeah, I think
You
it's
feel
a
it on your
tactic.
body?
Yeah, it's definitely a tactic. When he's that close and you're wrapped up in that clinch, it's real easy to throw your legs up and grab a hold of him with your legs and pull him down.
Just like Almeida did a while ago. I've seen Almeida almost armbar Mark Kerr with a similar move, pulling to guard or jumping to guard, as some people call it.
30 seconds left in the first of 5. 5-minute rounds that are scheduled officially. Both fighters prepared to go the distance if needed.
Come on, gentlemen, let's go.
Pulver has done it in back-to-back wins, defending his title for the second time.
Watch where those heels are. Watch them.
Seconds left. This is going to be interesting. If I was Pulver, I would not even take a risk at this time.
Penn was trying to work the heels a bit. And the first round in the books. Good start.
Pretty even round. Both guys look relaxed. They don't look too winded at all.
And this now is officially the longest fight of BJ Penn's UFC career.
Relax on the striking. Don't spend so much energy.
Some beautiful sights here at Mohegan Sun tonight, as we have seen some spectacular matchups.
Here you're going to see this transition. Jens picks him up and he comes right up into the guillotine. He's over the head. Even though he's got the arm, he can still choke a guy from there. You see Jens working the hand there, trying to get his head out. As soon as that head comes out, he's going to slam him right to the mat. There it goes.
A slam to make Matt Hughes proud.
And he was thinking there, you see him walk towards the fence. He wanted to stack him against the fence. He didn't just slam him right where he was standing.
Here we go. go. Let's get back to your corner over here. Let's move
Penn
it
and
over.
Pulver,
Are you
Chapter
ready?
2.
Are you ready? Let's
Will
get
this
it on.
book
Come
get
on.
fully read?
Doing good.
Online scoring after round 1 at UFC.tv. 64% of our fans give round 1 to Jens Pulver. Log your vote right now, UFC.tv. Don't forget, trying to get your chance to be in the entourage of your favorite fighter in our next event.
Nice quick combination by BJ Penn there.
Nice high kick by Pulver, almost.
Pulver's walking through those punches though. He's still pressing the fight.
Pulver is fighting angry tonight. Not just motivated, but fighting angry.
Now Pulver up against the fence.
People did like the nickname the Pulverizer. Thought Little Lever was much more effective and accurate.
Look at Pulver standing up.
Trying to work his way back to his feet. Sliding up through those arms.
No matter who wins this fight, both of these guys, the most deserving champions that we could have in here. Nice forearm on the left side of BJ Penn's head.
Pulver has never worked so hard and never damaged his camp as much as he has in preparation for this fight.
And Middleton said, even though Pulver's only 155, he got dropped with a body shot.
Watch your hand in his face, BJ. Watch your fingers.
Never seems to happen to Pat Miletich. Broke Pat's nose in training. The only thing I think that made Pat say was, we think Jens is ready.
Jens will tell you, Pat Miletich is probably the ultimate trainer.
Yep. Jens seems to be pretty comfortable.
He's definitely holding his own here from the guard, tying him up, making him work for everything.
And everything that BJ talked about, Randy, is that when he was able to take it down, that's where he would finish it. Dennis Hallman thought the same thing, though, and couldn't do it to Jens.
This is going to be a tactical chess match. It's going to have its ups and downs. It's going to have high points and down points because these two guys, you're not only talking about self-defense, but you're talking about self-offense.
BJ, again, standing up in the guard, coming back down to try and pass and create that scramble.
Gets a shot in with the right. Now Pulver, they're close. They want to go.
They are within inches of each other.
Toe-to-toe. Pulver trying to lead with that right.
That was a lazy leg kick.
Nice check by Jens. Comes back with a kick of his own.
And Jens taken down, single leg.
Both very relaxed. There's always talk that BJ Penn, some people thought he was more nervous for this fight, but he's always nervous for every one of his fights.
Yep. It's more of a nervous energy, though, is what it is. Even in the interview that you saw, that was taped yesterday, you could see the leg bounce in the shoulder, and Jens seemed very composed, but that's that nervous energy.
Everybody deals with that stress a little differently, and that's BJ's way of dealing with that stress of getting ready to fight.
Look out, the mount position.
All right. Early turning point, perhaps. BJ Penn.
He's got to open it up.
He's got to do something with the mount. It's not good enough just to establish the position. Oh, here he goes, working the leg up. He's going to look for an armbar, I think.
Shamrock is motioning to go for the neck. Trying to tee off with a full mount on Jens Pulver.
Jens trying to bring those feet up from the back and hook the back of his armpits and push him over the top. Armbar tap.
Spins through it.
Nice job by Jens to counter.
And not only did he counter, but he got out of the full mount, but only for a moment, though. Only for a moment. Yep.
BJ is really controlling here.
Pulver's got a minute to stay alive. Less than a minute.
The Hilo boy on the throat.
Not much power behind the shots from Penn now.
Randy, you use that technique. Get that forearm down to the throat area. Try to disrupt the breathing pattern of your opponent.
You bet. Pin their head down, create some space, allows you to get your shoulders up so you can drop punches down.
The 3-1 favorite, trying to even things up through 2 rounds.
30 seconds.
At least according to those voting at home at UFC.tv.
And if he's going to do it now in this second round, he better let it loose. Only 19 seconds.
Penn's using the feet to kind of steer himself away from that fence. You don't want to be against the fence in that mount. It gives you nowhere to go.
I think everyone excited to see this go a bit of a distance tonight, guys, because we haven't seen all the skills.
There's the armbar attempt by BJ.
He's not going to get those hips forward.
No, he's going to run out of time, too. He was working towards it, but he had run out of time.
Man, exciting. Second round full of ups and downs.
That was the closest he came to the submission. Can he get himself in a position with more room to work, though?
Could he have been saved by the bell there with that arm bar?
Absolutely.
He changed the angle and laid back. I didn't think he could do that with the fence, but he did it, and he still had the arm.
Sorry, Randy. It looked like Pulver had raised his hand up to tap it a little bit. Not sure.
Be ready for that sprawl, because you're hurting him with those punches, and he's scared of you.
Let's go out and light him up. Hey, chin down, hands up.
You're doing good, man. You're doing fine.
Deep breath.
You got to watch those arms. Remember, if your arms
Check
aren't
out
locked
the
up,
happenings in the end. You see, he's not going to be able to extend hips as time ran out. He did break the arms loose. And gets it popped. It looked like he did tap, but the bell had sounded before that happened.
Yep. The bell had definitely sounded.
Talk about almost.
Yeah.
You ready? Let's get it on. Come on.
All right, started round 3. And Pulver loses round 2 to BJ Penn. Pulver.
There's the left hand. He's trying to set that left hand up.
Online second round, not surprisingly, goes to BJ Penn.
Penn, to me, I don't know about you guys, but he's starting to look a little fatigued. But no, gets the single leg.
Now, Pulver had a look of concern in his corner after the round. A bit frustrated, and this is what Jens needs to try to avoid, is the frustration of living on the ground against the specialist.
There he did a good job of working back. Now he's on top. Not sure that's a good thing. BJ's probably just as dangerous from under there.
He's got half guard.
They had that arm bar. It sure seemed like, as you could see clearly from the replay. When he had it quick, too.
Watch the legs. He'll start climbing up with the legs.
Jens loves fly fishing. He'd like to hook a big one here tonight, man.
Thus far, this fight has lived up to its expectations. Back and forth. Neither man's going to give an inch.
Head in the center. Head in the center. Watch the tip.
Frank Shamrock speaking on BJ Penn. He says, I train with BJ almost every single day at our academy. We work out every day at noon. And he said from pretty much day one, he could tell that he's going to be a champion, that he's unstoppable. Mentally, physically, he's the epitome of a third-generation fighter. Truly sees his training and physical ability even above his own. The well-decorated champion, Frank Shamrock. A big believer in the prodigy. And things went their way in round number 2.
Penn looked as if he was pulling his own foot up to go for what is called omoplata, or a shoulder lock. Look at Pulver creating some distance.
Bing bang with the lefts.
Yeah.
Approaching the midway point of round 3, and the midway point of this matchup. Scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds.
Penn very well may be catching his breath a little bit here from the guard position.
That's what the jiu-jitsu specialist will do. The most decorated jiu-jitsu athlete in America, BJ Penn, the first non-Brazilian to win a world championship at the black belt level. They're back on their feet.
Pulver checking out the big screen, checking to see how much time is left in round number 3.
Now that might be the first backward step I've seen Jens take in this fight.
Single leg, and down goes Pulver.
Fighting it off, fighting it off. Pushed his head down, stood back up.
Is he working for the ankle? Trying to work the lower extremity. Ankle locks have been the result of both of his mixed martial arts losses. And Pulver able to move away.
Forced him to give up the takedown attempt and go to guard.
He trapped that right arm of Penn and managed to score a couple of blows there.
He's hitting some good shots from the half guard here.
Keep working, both doing good.
He's got a hand trapped.
Oh, good shots on the legs by BJ Penn. Continuously hitting the same spot. That's a nice move there. Trying to get his attention more than anything else.
Distract him, definitely.
Pulver keeping tight. Staying in close. Sporadically, he will pop up. Try to land those big shots.
What impresses you most about BJ Penn so far, champ?
He's just impressive all around. I mean, the combinations he's thrown on his feet were very impressive and landed. Did some damage, as you can see by Jen's eye. He's done a great job from the top with the takedowns and controlling the top position, almost having the armbar at the end of the second round. And now from the bottom, he's been pretty effective in controlling. I think he's resting a little bit here, but he's still very effective from the bottom. So I mean, he's a total package.
And Jeff, it seems like Jen's desire to go toe-to-toe and ability to punch has been pretty much nullified so far. We'll see how much here.
Now Jen's throwing some kicks. His Muay Thai's looking pretty good tonight. He checked a couple of BJ's kicks. BJ wants this on his back. Big John's going to take it up.
Here we go. Now let's see if they can nullify the hand-to-hand combat again. Up where Jens would like this fight to be. And he wants to unleash that left. He won't do it in this round.
I think he definitely needs to start kicking. He needs to start throwing some more kicks and distract BJ a little bit with the low attack and then come back with the hands.
Stay with it, Jim. I'm telling you, let him go. Shooting. What are you doing?
Yes, sir. Take the water, get the Vaseline on it.
See what adjustments they
make.
make.
Beautiful job.
You gotta let that stand-up go, man. He's terrified of it.
You gotta keep your chin down, hands up.
That's right. You're doing awesome, buddy.
Sprawl, plumb the head, and throw the knees when he shoots.
This is your fight. Do it for me. Do it.
He's too weak for me.
He's nowhere near
BJ Penn.
Do it for me, all right? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Okay, BJ. If it's the takedown's easy, do it, but it's not been easy. You've been working for it. Fucking Hilo style, okay? Fucking throw. 100%. 100%, BJ. 100%.
Confidence exuded from the corner of BJ Penn.
Right, let's get it on. Come on.
Here we go, round 4. The belt is on the line.
Nice left.
Online, going to Jens Pulver in round 3. Up 2 rounds to 1 online is Pulver.
Oh, they were right in each other's face.
Yeah, BJ's waiting for that left hand.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful reversal by Jens Pulver, lands him on top.
That's a nice move.
Pulver teeing off with the left. Carefully and judiciously, making sure not to leave a limb exposed, as it almost ended at the end of round 2. Where Pulver has gained some momentum here in the beginning of round 4. This fight reminiscent of Paulo Uno and Jens Pulver's championship fight back in Atlantic City on February 23rd, 2001, UFC 30. It's in a bantamweight title. Divisions changed to lightweight, and the champion trying to keep his belt.
And I'm not sure this is the best tactic for BJ to be on the bottom, to be content to stay down here on the bottom and work. He's controlled all the punching on his feet. He's landed the best combinations. I think his corner, if you listen in the corner there, they were begging him to throw those hands, to throw those punches. He's done the best job there.
Yeah, Hilo style. Be aggressive, bring it to you. And that's what we thought both would do. Both should engage. Maybe that's what Frank Shamrock and the corner were kind of alluding to, Randy.
Stay tight. Stay tight.
Again, he's stepping over the back, trying to get down, pull it head up.
Pulver. Back down they go. But what does Penn do from here?
He's looking to his corner.
Got to be wondering what's going through his mind. He has finished all his opponents quickly.
Yep.
Pulver is just standing in his way, not letting him get anything.
Jens is set over
Jens
and
trying
over.
the old college switch.
Yeah, you can't break my heart, you can't break my spirit.
Nice work by Jens to come back out on top there.
The crowd showing their appreciation of the ground game.
Stay tight, watch attempts. Stay tight, watch attempts.
Right in front of the Milicic corner, right in front of Jens's camp. Left the security of a steady job, a steady paycheck, a house, a car. He left everything to fulfill his dream. The Boise State graduate in criminal justice, minor in sociology, against Baby J, BJ Penn.
Come on, gotta do something here.
Yeah, you speak of the new athlete in UFC. All of these guys, you know, back in the early stages, they had jobs. This was a kind of a side gig for them. None of
Got a stalemate warning there. Yep, there it goes. He's going to stand him up.
It was just a love. It was a passion. It was a spare time activity, Jeff.
I don't think you'll see any more out of shape, big heavy guys in here. This is what these guys do for a living. This is the new sport.
If you do, they won't be in here very long. And you won't. BJ Penn, Jens Pulver.
Jens still got a lot of energy. Still pushing the fight, pressing the fight.
Oh, high kick. No damage done, though. Pulver wants to set up some shots. Oh, hit a knee.
Didn't kill. He hit the hand. Got him in the hand. Got him in the cup, I think.
Got him a little bit, but Jens seems okay.
1 minute left. A little over 1 minute in round number 4.
BJ's got a pretty quick right there. Just box him is what Shamrock in the corner are yelling. Go ahead. Seems like he's staying with them, throwing the hands, Jeff.
Yeah, they're just inches away from each other. I wouldn't want to be there with either one of these guys. You never know where that power shot is going to come from. That's the unpredictability of these small guys who possess so much power.
High speed. Holy cow.
Yep. I just have a feeling it's going to end with one quick hit. I've had that feeling for a while. I'm not sure right now which way it's going to come from.
There's also a problem as far as making matches that the guys are just too damn good sometimes, and it's impossible to finish the other one.
A kick to BJ Penn. Little slip by Penn. 5 minutes remains. Momentum seems to have gotten away from the Penn and Shamrock corner.
You better be first. He got hit in the nuts. But his foot came up. Oh, he put Vaseline on you. Take a deep breath.
You're fine. He can't touch you on the ground. You're scoring more points on the ground than he is, okay? You need to let him go on your feet, man. You've seen what he's got on. He's counterpunching me, though.
No, he's not. He's leading off.
He's not going to counterpunch you.
You got to use your fakes and get him off balance. Yeah.
Listen, you felt what he's got on the ground.
Relax, let the punches go. Come on, BJ.
Let's go. This is it.
Here we go, the last round.
It all comes down to 5 minutes or less. A lifetime of training. An opportunity of a lifetime for both. And the belt on the line. Show of class as we start round 5. Kick to the inside of the leg.
Trying to measure up that left. Looking out a jab.
Pulver in command online.
There's a couple.
Nice combination by Jens. That's what he's been lacking, is setting up his left hand. He hasn't done any kicking or anything to set that left hand up.
And that quick right, though, of BJ Penn.
Look at Pulver smiling, and he gave a little gesture, said, bring it on. Well, for those, there's a nice one.
Solid one, too.
For those who thought BJ couldn't stand and those who thought Pulver couldn't survive on the ground, they've all been proven wrong.
Renaissance fighters. That was a slip by Pulver. If you base it on online scoring, then it's evident that Penn really needs to push the action here in round 5. If you base it on the online scoring, the judges may think differently.
I do believe it's very close, but I think right now, if I was judging, I'd have to give the nod to Jen a little bit.
And to beat the champ, you've got to beat the champ. You've got to take it away from him, too. And the champ tried to counter there. He loves to counter punch.
Yeah, that's something that BJ's not doing a lot of. He's scoring, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But he is not counter punching.
Man, they are in close range. You want to talk about toe-to-toe. Good kick, the return of the kick. A Muay Thai move on the knee of BJ Penn. See, he tried to set it up that time, didn't he, Randy?
He sure did.
Oh, just missed with the left there.
You can't judge Penn's poker face. He may look like he's stressed out or losing, but hey, don't judge a book by its cover, especially one entitled BJ Penn.
Starts to circle to stay outside of BJ's left leg. That's what a southpaw wants to do. Stay outside that foot. Set up that power.
Pulver really closing in. He's got the center of the ring here. Trying to work a finish. 2.5 minutes remain. Oh, nice shot. Teed off the left.
Pulver starting to put it together and time in the shots.
And again, a combination. That BJ ducks underneath. Good kick, Pulver acknowledges. Pulver's in a zone right now. In an absolute zone, another left. It's like he's done in training over and over and over. He's so confident in his hands.
BJ throwing another light kick.
BJ trying to drive forward, not much there though. Pulver tries to answer. Under 2 minutes. 5th and final round.
Neither want to make a mistake, especially this late in this game of mixed martial arts.
Oh, nice. Another left.
Yeah, he's definitely figured it out here now. He's setting it up much better. Staying to the outside of BJ's left leg, circling the right way. Throws the jab and sets up the left hand instead of just throwing the bomb.
Now BJ's got just over a minute to take the belt off Jen's waist now.
Nice kick. Right in the cut.
And acknowledges with a head shake, and Jen said no problem.
Jen's just pressing it on BJ. Oh, look, BJ throwing a jab.
Nice jab,
1 minute remains. Start to throw, says
nice. Hurting with that left.
Big time. Shamrock says throw, Pulver answers.
Kicked him in the cup again.
Timeout called. Got him in the cup again.
He's gonna get a break here with 35 seconds left.
Timeout. Clock is stopped.
And I think that combo has really stunned BJ Penn. But he is going to get some recovery time. I don't think Penn's in too much trouble.
You got time to recover. You tell me when you're ready to go.
McCarthy saying you've got time. Get yourself composed. All right, they're going to touch. And then they're going to go. Here we go. Clock is running again. Penn will try to finish. Pulver. 23 seconds away from retaining. Got him again. 15 seconds.
Penn's putting those hands down, but he is still not afraid to stand toe-to-toe, and he goes high with a kick.
Here's the last 5 seconds. Pulver would love to finish it. High kick, blocked by Penn. They want it one more time. And it's over. It's all over. What a great fight. BJ Penn, Jens Pulver. It will go to a judge's decision. And when Pulver turned it on, and as you said, Randy, felt comfortable in that 5th round, he looked as dominant and as good as we've ever seen him look.
And I think you saw a little sting come off of the combinations in that 5th round that BJ was throwing early. And Jens just kind of walked right through him. He smiled and said, come on.
Now the combos were the key for Little Evil.
Here it is. BJ Penn, and there's one that landed. Another one. 1, 2, 3.
Staggered him. That was a nice combination. Counter punch off BJ's initial attack.
Oh, obvious low blow there. Pulver reacts.
Inadvertent low blow, no foul there.
Yeah,
not intentional by any way.
Here's a look from up above.
Bam. That'll leave a mark. And I don't think the belt's going to leave the waist of Jens Pulver. I know he doesn't think so. What do you guys think?
Well, it was a very close fight, but I would have to say that I think Jens won the fight. Stole it from him right at the end.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. And this crowd definitely agreeing here.
Now, it might have been that 5th round that was the needed difference, and that 5th round was one in which Pulver really started to tee off.
Yeah, he said being an underdog in this fight made him train that much harder.
Yes, yep. You know, there's always been a motivational factor when it comes to Jens Pulver, but the way they talked about this fight early and the way that it was predicted that the Hilo boy would just run right through him gave him extra motivation when he went to the gym every single day and got himself in the best condition of his fighting career. All right, the news is in. We'll get the word. Is the belt retained? Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge Crosby scores it 48-45. Judge Molinek scores it 48-47. Judge Mullen scores it 47-47 for the winner by majority decision, and still the UFC lightweight champion of the world, Little Evil, Jens Pulver. Let's have a big hand for the challenger, Mr. BJ Penn.
I love you guys, man.
He did it for Dusty,
Sometimes hype just
for
ain't
his
enough.
team, for his training partners, and for himself. For pride and respect,
On the ground
he
again.
wins it. Ryan Bennett is inside the octagon.
All right, guys, with the challenger BJ Penn. BJ, first of all, great fight. This was a war. This was your longest fight. When I talked to you earlier, you said this might go to a decision. Were you worried that this would go to decision and wouldn't go your way since he's the champion?
Yeah, no, not just because he's the champion. Just, I give it my hats off to him. Fought a great fight. That's all I can say. Thank you. Thank everybody for coming out tonight. And I want to thank my whole team that trained with me every day for the effort. And I'm sorry. I'm real disappointed in myself tonight, and that's all I can really say.
BJ, you've been so dominant, though. I mean, you have nothing to head your hang about. Do you want to fight? Do you want a rematch with him?
I believe I'm the best in the world. Didn't go my way tonight. It's not going to slow my confidence in myself. Hats off to Jens Pulver.
All right. Great fight indeed. And let's bring in the champion. Jens, got the gold still around your waist, my friend. It was quite a battle. It seemed like at the beginning, though, it was very hard for you to get going. What was the difference at the beginning of this fight?
BJ's got a better takedown than I ever imagined. He stays in there because he's got heart, a lot of heart. My punches weren't backing him up. His feet were there. He was planted, and he was shooting in and really making it difficult for me. I was real nervous when he had me mounted, but I just held in there and did what I could, tried to deliver the shots. My corner was yelling at me that he was beating me off the punch, so I tried to come back. I tried my ass off to swing and punch and keep this thing exciting to the best of my abilities. That was, without a doubt, the hardest fight I've ever been in my life, and I know you'd asked him about a rematch. It's going to be inevitable because the guy can't be stopped,
Jens, was part of your plan to try to wear him down? Because no one's been in with him, you know, he's been finishing his fight so quickly. Did you want to try to stretch this out, have your conditioning take over?
I said it once before, I've been beaten all my life. My father used to beat me growing up. I've been hit all my life. This ain't nothing.
Jens Pulver, you're the champion, baby. Thank you very much. He is the champion. Jens Pulver, back to you at ringside, Mike.
I'll tell you what, he's a lovable young man. There isn't one thing about Jens Pulver that if you have a chance, and I've had that pleasure to meet him, that you will not like about the young man.
I also worry about my job here at the commentator booth if he ever stops fighting.
I'll tell you what. And there he is, the champion, Jens Pulver. Talking about a tough upbringing, his mother such a rock for him over the years, and him being able to come in and do the job tonight that he set out to do, and that is to retain the lightweight belt. Jens Pulver remains the king of the hill in the lightweight division.
Sometimes Flash ain't got nothing to do with it. Thank you all for watching at home, man, and supporting me. I hope I lived up to some of that stuff. Maybe I'm not as boring as I should be, I guess.
He wasn't boring at all, was he, guys? And see, that's the one thing about Pulver, is that he understands what it is to be a role model.
Get out here.
He understands what it is to fight injured, to fight hurt, to sign autographs, to educate the media. An intelligent young man who fights from the heart, who keeps the belt right next to his heart with his team of great trainers in Iowa. Jens Pulver has defeated the prodigy B.J. Penn. We came to the east, and the conquerors reigned. Here's Supreme. The Russians were here. And the man with the red hair came out Almeida. But Almeida meeting Semenov, and the red team would win, not the one with the hair, but the red team instead. Young Andrei Semenov, an impressive debut. Almeida stayed busy, he used the knees. But in the end, the combination of Semenov was too much as the Russian wins in his debut. The other Russian to fight was Amar Suliev, and he tried to go against a new and improved in perfect physical condition, Chuck Liddell. He struck when he could, but Liddell's reach and sportsmanship was evident. And in the end, Liddell continued to TNT with a little right and a little left. There was more to be brought on, but in the end, Suliev had not enough, and Liddell moves ahead. Murilo Bustamante, sporting the black belt, sporting the gi, sporting the belt, for now was Dave Menne. It was a fight that showed great skills, a wide variety of skills, as Menne and Bustamante went. But as Randy Couture pointed out, how impressive the jiu-jitsu master, finishing with a right hand and going home with the belt. Jeff Monson was back in the UFC, and Rico Suave was extremely dominant. Monson was frustrated. Suave was everything but boring. And he continues to move up the heavyweight ladder. There's still a man named Barnett in Couture's future, but waiting for his turn is the man they call Suave. Tonight's entrance took at least 3.2 seconds. The exit would take the full 25 minutes. Pulver almost submitted at the end of round 2. Penn taking punishment with the quick and dangerous hands of the champion Jens Pulver. And in the end, Jens Pulver reigns supreme here at Mohegan Sun. For our entire Zuffa crew, Mike Goldberg saying so long and hail to the champion.